Hey everybody, welcome to another Avengers Log, and apparently my 400th video, which is kind of why these Avenger Logs are so close together. Usually I space them out more, and that's why there's only approximately 5 so far. I usually save them for news, but the good news is there is a lot of news or stuff to discuss. So, and there is actually something I want to throw out to my comic book brothers and sisters community. First off, Mike is behind the camera for this 400th video extravaganza, and a lot of things I want to talk about. First, the people I enjoy watching each and every week that, even though they're on YouTube, they really aren't officially a YouTube comic review site. They have their own site. Pete's Basement has reached their 200th video today, Tuesday, even though they shot it on Sunday for Tuesday after all the editing on Monday. Yes, it's up today. So guys, go check out Pete's Basement's 200th episode. Congratulations, Pete, again. Not really much of a review. It was more of a trivia kind of episode, but there was certain reviews in the middle of all the drunkenness. And by the way, damn you, Ramon, you got really tight trivia questions. Quivia. That's just like Stony Tark. That's what Pete said on the episode. Anyway, the only two I got was what the CAT and Wildcat stand for, which is Covert Action Team, and Superman's middle name, which is Joseph, and that's just because I'm a huge Superman fan. Other than that, for half the I would have been drunk out of my ass already. I didn't know any of those answers. Did I? Maybe one or two. One or two I might have taken a wild guess on, and I was right, but I was half asleep. It was the morning when I saw it, and I watched it. So guys, check it out if you get the chance. Okay, that moves off Pete's Basement. Now, something I've been wanting to do the past couple of episodes and have not had the chance to do it, and I'm going to do it now, damn it, because now it's online and you guys can check it out on Facebook. Toxicity has the first chapter of his Halo series up and viewable. And he asked me to do a little review on it and tell you guys about it. First of all, I highly enjoyed it. It was a great intro. Big story. The main character basically is the focus of this episode, though. Mostly, in my opinion, it feels more like a set up to what's going to come than actual story. It gives you a background on the main character and how he's going to get, how he went from when the Flood invaded to where now he's part of the team, or the the mercenary team, where he's going to join up with a bunch of people and go off and fight the Flood in kind of like a Suicide Squad kind of fashion. As I told Tox, the only thing I really criticized was there's a little bit of an overuse of sarcasm, but you know what? You read Spider-Man, and Spider-Man is sarcasm. So if you're cool with the sarcasm, if you can read Spider-Man, you absolutely can read this. Really good chapter. Go check it out. It's on Facebook. You can type in Toxicity Ventura. Yes, I did let him use my last name. You'll get his Facebook, and yeah, it's the first post, and you can go read it. I highly enjoyed it. What, Michael?
No, I was just saying I helped him get a Facebook to put it on there.
Yeah, he needed a place to put it, so Mike suggested Facebook, and that was the best bet. So go on Facebook, guys, friend him, and check out his first note, which is the first chapter of the Halo story, and it's a really good read.
I liked it too, actually, because I read it. It's very interesting.
I enjoyed it too. Also, my book review for Mr. Majestic will be shot hopefully on Thursday. I'm not really sure. Actually, right after doing this video, I'm going to be doing my Thanksgiving video, because I'm going to be cooking like crazy starting tomorrow night, which is why I possibly won't be able to do the book review until Friday. But I'm hoping that maybe I'll have some spare time, or maybe late at night I'll just set the camera up and record. Not a real big deal. I enjoy doing my book reviews, and I've read Mr. Majestic several times, so I know it verbatim practically. I've had it for years. Yeah, and then hopefully the comic review will be on time. And don't forget, this is the only comic review, this is the last comic review for the next 2 weeks. Next week, I'm not doing one unless I find some comics that I chose not to buy and I throw them into the order. I'm not sure. Even if I do it, it's going to be a really short review. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up. Unless I take some of the comics out of this review and put them in next review, which is also another good idea. This way I don't skip a week in my reviews, because then it takes away an episode, and combining 2 episodes sometimes isn't the best thing, because I have no idea what's coming the first week of December. Even though it does tell you what's coming out on DC and Marvel, we all know that shipping time is hella different. So I might just take some books out of this review and put them in next review, just so that this way we have a review for the following weekend. But the podcast is scheduled not this Saturday, but the next Saturday. So guys that have been on the podcast, if you're available, please personal message me. If not, I'm going to personal message you anyway about it. Okay, now the question I want to throw out to my comic book community brother and sisters out there. In light of everything that's been going on, ignoring the independent comic companies, because they've been doing fairly decent with all of their books. So we're gonna take them and put them over here for now. We're gonna put a main focus on DC and Marvel. Is it just me lately, or do comic books, I'm trying to figure out a good way to ask. I've been thinking about this all day and I just can't get the right words, form the right question. Is it just me, or do comic books seem more comic-y lately? And when I say comic-y, I mean like they're looking to be either retarded, or they're just not like the way they were back in the 90s. And I know a lot of you are newer to comics, so you really don't know about the 90s. Hell, I started in the late 90s. I went backwards for a while. So I feel like I lived in the 90s through the early 2000s. I don't know. It's just like, okay, DC's redone their New 52. Let's think. When I say DC New 52, what do you guys think of? Batman and Green Lantern, which, by the way, were not relaunched. So technically, except for Batman, Batman has some continuity issues, but that's stuff that apparently we have to ignore as readers, which kind of makes us look retarded. Those two are going along fine. Flash is going... no, let's forget Flash a second. Aquaman is cool now, okay? The opposite of what everybody's been saying about Aquaman since the day Aquaman was invented. So, that's kind of loopy. Superman is an emo badass. That's kind of loopy. Wonder Woman, and in Wonder Woman, Red Hood and the Outlaws, and Catwoman, the overuse of sex is kind of... that's media news. So, and then also media news was, let's see, it was the sex, and then there was something else. Oh man, I'm gonna remember. Oh, the Teen Titans, which is probably what I'm gonna be dropping this week, with their new character Bunker, who's going to be flamboyantly gay. And that's the plug for Teen Titans. So, Teen Titans aren't gonna be a serious team anymore. They're going to be a team with a flamboyantly gay guy for comic relief. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this supposed to be taken seriously? Aren't we supposed to be taking the Teen Titans seriously? Not like, oh, here's the Teen Titans, you know, and laugh about them and laugh at them. We're supposed to be thinking, you know, oh, cool, the Teen Titans are here. We're going to be safe. If I had a guy that was flamboyantly gay and making comical jokes while they're trying to save me, yeah, I wouldn't feel so safe. So DC has been a focal point for a lot of negative media. But it is media. But now let's look at the good stuff that's come out of DC. I already talked about Batman and Green Lantern, which are following along like continuity. The whole relaunch never happened. Swamp Thing's doing really good, but let's face it, Swamp Thing could have done really good without a relaunch. Same thing with Animal Man. They didn't need the relaunch. They were just starting at #1 anyway again. So technically, we didn't have to relaunch the universe for those two characters. They could have just started off at #1 and been fine. Red Lantern, same thing, but they're on an iffy start. Every other comic series, just... Suicide Squad's going pretty well. So is Resurrection Man, which didn't need a relaunch either. Grifter I dropped because it just wasn't interesting, and Voodoo seems like a stripper's story so far, only the stripper's an alien. And Deathstroke is just plowing through people left and right. I don't know. DC just seems to have caved into all of the things that people like most. Sex, violence, nudity, and a lot of gore. And now I love Swamp Thing and Animal Man, but that shit is gory. That's definitely not something you want a kid under the age of 15 to see. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, times have changed since the 90s. Moving away from DC, now let's go to Marvel. Marvel, the solicitations for February came out. Marvel is dropping at least 6 books. And I noticed something. Now I know why they're dropping some of their books. Half of their other books they're doubling up on. There's 2 Wolverine and the X-Men's coming out in February. 2 X-Men's coming out in February. 2 Uncanny X-Men's coming out in February. We all know Spider-Man's still double with the Amazing Spider-Man, but I'm not complaining about that. Winter Soldier's coming out twice. They're doubling up on a lot of their comics now. So like every other week, there's another comic. And some of the books are freaking $3.99. So that's a real shot in the pocket. Even with 15% off, that's still $3 and change. You're spending about $7 a month for 2 issues. What happened to 1 issue a month? This way, you know, we can, relax a bit with our money and then buy again. Which, by the way, I'm probably dropping X-Men because they're going right back into the vampire shit after the Sentinel story. Avenging Spider-Man staying at once a month. Incredible Hulk staying at once a month. Captain America staying at once a month, and same thing with all the Avenger titles. Why? Why are we doubling up on some of the issues now? This is more money. That's ridiculous. And you're canceling other series so this way you can double up on others? Really? So, between DC looking for the retarded media, you know, DC playing, oh look at us, we're retards, and Marvel saying, oh we're going to cancel these books, but we're going to double up on some books and we're going to charge you more. So we've got, which side do you want to be on? There's the devil in the deep blue sea. The deep blue sea is the deep blue sea in your pockets you're going to be having if you buy from Marvel because they're doubling up on all their books and your money's just going to disappear faster than you could say Shazam. And then you got DC with the sex, violence, the gay flamboyant guy dancing around on the Teen Titans, Superman with his emo badass new persona, Catwoman raping Batman, and Starfire having sex with every single living being, with the only cool things going on being Batman, Green Lantern, Swamp Thing and Animal Man, which would have been cool anyway if they didn't relaunch. My question is this, guys, is it just me? Or are you guys getting kind of a little bit fed up with the stupid retarded shit from both companies too? Marvel with their, we want to take your money, and DC with their, oh, we're going to relaunch our universe and completely cave into every single stereotypical media eye-catching thing we can do. No offense, but I thought the whole Wonder Woman thing was cool and all, with Zeus being Wonder Woman's father and Wonder Woman not being made a clay anymore, but apparently it's pissed off a fair fraction of readers of Wonder Woman for years and years and years. But I can understand how they feel because look what happened to my favorite character, and I'm not even buying his comics anymore. Superman I'm talking about, of course. I don't know, it just seems that DC's looking for media, whether it be good or bad media. How do you guys feel? I mean, I know a lot of people are loving Justice League. I find it entertaining, but to be honest, it's a clusterfuck of superheroes. A lot of action, but it seems like everybody else wants to lead the team, and they're fighting parademons. The end. So, they work great as a team kicking ass, but we're really not seeing a whole, let's figure out what's going on. We're in the, we're already in the 3rd issue, and they're not even really figuring out what's going on. Batman was the only one trying to figure out about the box. Then the parademon showed up, and Superman's decapitating things, and Wonder Woman's got a sword instead of a lasso, and she's just chopping things up. And then Aquaman comes out and says, I'm going to lead you guys. And he has sideburns. Is it just me, or does the DC Universe seem just a wee bit retarded? My idea would have been, let Flashpoint happen, but instead of rewinding time and making our superheroes younger and relaunching them, just combine the Wildstorm and the DCU, like they did with Mr. Majestic in Superman comics. Bring them into the DCU and let them kickstart their own series and keep the superheroes the way they were. That would have been a perfect idea. Instead of having a fusion, but of course, Jim Lee is part of the heads of DC now, one of the higher ups, and so is Jeff Johns, and Jim Lee ran Wildstorm since practically day one. Go figure Jim Lee would want to restart the DCU since now he's one of the heads. It's just me maybe, but you guys let me know how you feel. I mean, I'm not saying I hate everything that DC's doing. I like some of their titles. I just think they didn't have to go with such a negative idea on some comics just to get some media. I know I'm going to probably be dropping Teen Titans because it's just not working. It's not the Teen Titans we all know since day one when Dick was running the Teen Titans and things were great. And then the relaunch with Superboy and Red Robin. And no offense, Superboy's not even staying on the team, so it's really not the same Teen Titans anyway being relaunched. It's a brand new team. I have no interest in that. And no offense, I mean, I have nothing against gay people in general, but when you're throwing somebody that's flamboyantly gay in, why can't you just have a gay character? Like, for example, Dawkins Howlett's got like that bi-ness to him, but at the same time, he's not out there flamboyantly being gay, and it's not the focal point of your Teen Titan. It's not the focal point of his comic. It seems like Teen Titans are going to be focal pointing around this guy, or this guy's going to be in the background going, "Oh, you guys and your guns and stuff." That's what I'm feel like it's going to happen. So you guys let me know how you guys feel about DC and Marvel. I'm just pretty and upset about everything going on between DC and Marvel. How do you guys feel about stuff? The doubling up on Marvel's side and the negative media that's going on DC's side that they're trying to do just so they get some publicity. Let me know. And 400 video. This is the 400th. I hope you guys enjoy it. I know Mike's looking at me and getting nervous because the battery meter is flickering. I see the light flickering. I hope you guys enjoyed this 400th episode. By the way, thank you so much, Captain Strangelove, for eating this on one of your unboxing videos. Now you got me eating these again. I love Jack Links. I love this stuff. You're going to be seeing this in the Thanksgiving video. I'm not eating any right now. We just had dinner. And apparently I'm going to have to charge this battery before I do the Thanksgiving video. But anyway, see you guys soon. Yay for my 400 video. And let me know what you guys think about the DC Marvel BS that's going on and will be going on for the next while.
Yeah, as Stanley once said, I'm going to do this for your 400 video. Excelsior!
You remind me why I don't keep you on half my video.
Hey, I'm just respecting that's your 400 video.
Yes, ma'am. Alright,
Sorry
guys.
to you.
Alright, guys. See you soon in the next video.